All right, checking the sound. Checking sound. Let's see if I can hear myself. Checking sound. I do hear myself. All right, we're gonna get started here in just a minute. Hello, praying couple. Hello, Matthew. Appreciate y'all stopping through. Be started here in just a moment.
Huh? Huh? Yeah. Come on in, my friends. Huh? Huh? Come on in, my friends. Huh? Let the good living begin. Come on, come on. Yeah, come on in, my friends. Let the good living begin. With Michelle, back with another tale of self-help and hope. Hope is the new dope, you see. Here we go. Pull up, turn the motors off. You know it's free, no cost. Let's sit for a few. Super strength Gorilla Glue. My people, my folks. Solid, thick egg yolk. They call it the Magnolia State. Gwen Michelle, one of the greats. Land of the curses and hearses. Ain't too much change. Black folks still in pain. Mississippi sweet tea. What the latest be? Mississippi muddy waters. Bossed up smarter. Mississippi catfish. Blow and make a wish. Mississippi mud pie. Crooked letter I. Let's talk about some Mississippi stuff. Some areas pretty darn rough. Let's talk about current events, sports, politics, whatever is meant. Kick on back for this dudes and music. Copyrighted, you cannot use it. Kick it in the chat. Stay cool like that. Cowgirls with the hats. Mississippi sweet tea. What the latest be? Mississippi muddy waters. Bossed up smarter. Mississippi catfish. Blow and make a wish. Mississippi mud pie. Crooked letter I want you to know and please understand. Evil is rooted in this land. All of the souls cry out for help. Too much been swept under rugs. Keep your fake hugs. Mississippi 2026. We still here free to sit. Mississippi sweet tea. What the latest be? Mississippi muddy waters. Bossed up smarter. Mississippi catfish. Blow and make a wish. Mississippi mud pie. Crooked letter I.
The state has a past full of hate today. I choose to drop that weight. You can be evil all you please. My prayer is that you will see the strength by way of the Holy Ghost.
Yes, 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 and yes. Bring Michelle with another tale. A self-helping hope. Hope is the new dope, new dope, new dope, new dope, new dope, new dope, new dope. Yes, 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 and yes. Yeah, yes, yes, and yes. Gwen Michelle on the mic to tell tales of self-help and hope. Already know hope is dope. Yeah, yeah. Keep it flowing, going, growing, knowing, showing young folks how to cope. Never sell dope. Take charge like a remote. Life has days we may resent. Big secret is simply repent. Back to hell from whence you're sent. Not about the gold, diamonds, or bags. Going straight to jail, keep popping them tags. Who in their sane mind supports such kind? Child, this is sick and wicked. We already afflicted with enough mess. Why not encourage others to be their best? You know how the old folk used to say, hold on, it's a brighter day. Yes, brighter, oh much brighter, on fire like a lighter. Go ahead, my brother, yes sir, you the man. Shout out my sisters popping them fans. Way more than watermelon and chicken. Let's go, my people clock still ticking. Strong bones, hair hard to comb, yeah, from my other song. Where Michelle can go on and on and on again. Keyboard, no paper or pen. Flow from the soul, and if you know, you know. Okay, okay, here we go. Come, let's freestyle lemon pepper. Hot plain and mild. Been on the scene, OG, lean mashed potato, pinto beans. Don't get it twisted in case you missed it. Yes, dirt road raised. Age 11 got saved. Never need no praise. My personal phrase. Don't cost a dime to be kind. Listen, sir, you know this is mine. Why on YouTube being rude, flying around stealing? You're sick and really need healing. Say what? Who slow? Honey child, watch, let me show. Deep South gold mouth, cowboy hat, booty fat, money we stack. Oh yes, fact. Understand we're not the same. Make no sense to call folks names. We all 1 second from being insane. Stay in your own lane, hear me, man. Hard to maintain, to obtain, to keep us moving. Faith in God shall be proven. Devil, you dead. Still stomping your head. Lights out, fuck, go to bed. You heard what I said. Here is heaven, never, you know it can be no other. With Michelle, baby. Once again, I know the tale of self-help and hope. Big facts. Hope is the new dope. 2026, gotta learn to cope. Searching like a microscope. Listen to that small voice, make it big. Told ya, hold on to your wig. Good living, baby, on the way. Please remember this here day. Choice is yours to make. Share my slice of cake. No child, no time to wait. Make that change. Live within your own range. Stop trying to keep up with neighbors. Eat from your own table. Focus, focus, focus. Demons wanna poke us. Hey devil, you cannot sit here. Let's make that very clear. Hot then I will sear you like meat, yes, and watch you burn. You devil, you know you earn your level in hell. Oh well, I refuse to hang with those who lose. Devil kids gone on, and the song, good people won't be long. I won't be back, yes. Back.
What another song? Give me 3 minutes, y'all. I had to go let what I'm trying to say, the people, the next door neighbors, got people coming doing some repairs. So let me let them in for them right quick, and I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I should have just put this for 2:30. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate y'all so much, so much, so much. Be right back.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we got it. Here we go. First of all, a Ford Tempo, bad oxygen flow. Next, white Toyota Corolla, the one I told you. Then Mazda 626 rolling super fly shit. Come on, Honda Accord, it was hard to depart. Nissan Sentra on deck, paid in full tax check. Back with Honda, this time Civic. Hell yes, I was with it. Old school Nova, baby blue. How us country folk do. Stepped up with an 86 box Chevy. More room, yes sir, extra heavy. Rolling on in a Ford Escape. Gas too high, I can't take. Toyota again, this time Camry. It's greeting the family. Oh, I can never forget the Chevette. As cool as it gets, my beloved Jetta. Yes, Volkswagen, I sure miss having. 96 Camry in 2020. Money was funny. Back once more, another Corolla 4-door, Mazda 3. Definitely alright with me. Currently riding Nissan, no problems, none. My Sentra with sunroof running strong. Cars, my cars fit into a song. Now let me drop the ones in my top 10, yes, Gwen. Fond of the classics, can't be painted ratchet. G-body in the house, 7'9", cut dog, Mickey Mouse. 87 Pontiac, 215s in the back, 69 Chevelle. Girl, what the hell? Match the gas, smooth as a bell. SS Monty, cleaner than Clorox, Buick, Regal's T-top. Old school link, suicide doors, creeping on the scene. Everybody know I rock, sitting low, Trans AM Lambo door. I can keep going and flowing forever, knowing my cars turn anything into bars. Hanging with the stars, can't forget the caddy. Calling all cat baddies, Fleetwood 60 special, whole family Peninsula ride, big back seats so you can hide. But let's wrap this one on up. Can't forget them El Caminos in the cut, I all them car trucks. Oh yeah, this enough, but this one here. From Michelle, baby, stay tuned and dear. We all good, never fear Kimda. Motors in y'all ear, interesting. I could not touch the G-body truck. jump or crawl. Get only my friend. Let's ride, let's slide. Cause you can never hide from where Michelle, yes indeed, here tell. Used to got a message, Mississippi Duke stepping. Next one, just for fun, we'll rock the exotics. Nice to look at, but y'all got it. I need one real heavy, another sweet like Little Debbie. Got to have that one with class, Range Rover at last. Of course, indeed, gotta have one with speed. Make I be what I need. Ride on out, good people. New cars are weaker, so anybody else down with old school, this what you should do. From the Kermit, the low slamming Cadillac doors. Much love to all you riders, hiders, sliders, whatever.
All right, so I'm back. Thank y'all so much for being patient with me. It's 2:11. Let's see. Let me check the chat. I want to say hello to everybody. I appreciate you. Um, let's see. We had praying couple cooking series. Hello. How you doing, Miss Bling and DJ Vince? Double up. Double up. DJ Vince, you heard me say 69 for Chevelle. What the hell? Yeah. Stay tuned. Y'all know I love cars. I grew up around them. Car shows, muscle cars, shade tree mechanics, all of that. Hello, Matthew. How you even know where I'm gonna be coming from? We coming from Matthew said the afternoon Mississippi news with WXXV Independent Station in Greenville, WDBD Twin States News, WHPM, and WCBI coming up. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate you for the news stations. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody? I hope y'all doing well. I really do. I say that every time, but I really mean that. I really hope you're doing well, and I do hope you're encouraged. Cause it's a lot to discourage us, but we gotta still stay encouraged. Hello, 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 and grand rising. Hi to Sherry. Thank you for joining the live stream. I hope you are amazing. And y'all check out my community wall if you haven't. I did a special shout out to Miss Tasharia, Life with Tasharia, for something that she casually said. Didn't even know she was speaking some confirmation over me about something. See, that's the kind of God we serve, y'all. He show up any he see. I'm saying, look, just because I like the candy painted ratchet and I can flow, people be trying to say, "Oh, she ain't the old minister. She ain't there." You got to rise above it. I've been rose. I'm so over that, y'all. Cause only God knows me and He can judge me, and He judges me pretty well, right? I want Him to judge me. So anytime you got like a little snippet of something that's down you, He'll speak confirmation. This lady spoke something out of her mouth that I had written in a book about 2 years ago. That artist name, no, that artist called Gwen. Yeah, she didn't know that. Frugal Mama don't live in Mississippi. Frugal Mama, Frugal Mama ain't never been to Starkville. No, but I thank God for y'all, good people on YouTube. Let's see, praying couple secret everybody the beats. Yeah, that's that AI beat. I'm mixing my voice and I don't know if y'all could hear it or not, but that was actually my voice, but they tweaked it. But yeah, just working on some stuff, playing around. Do not despise humble beginnings. It's a beautiful thing. Music is a form of expression. Um a lot of channels now are doing, they different songs and music and stuff, and it's a beautiful thing. And as an artist, I not only write it, but I'm trying to learn the other parts of it too, if you know what I mean, in and out. But God is good and His timing is perfect. Just always remember that. Hello, hey, First Lady. That's another one. I saw your channel. You got songs over there now. That's a beautiful. I forgot the name of it. Oh my God, you're something about your assignment. That's beautiful, sister. Keep it flowing. We all have beautiful gifts, y'all. He uses us in unique ways, and I enjoy YouTube. Sometimes it used to get on my nerves, but it don't even do that no more. Cause I say I'm gonna do me regardless. Either like me or don't. And then I mean, come on now. That's what it is. So why not? Be creative. Be inventive. Do your thing. Like I said in that song, do your thing. And if I can inspire anybody, I'm always here to lift you up because I need lifting up sometimes. Who's going to encourage the encourager, you know? I hope all is well. I'm blessed. And yes, ma'am, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. And I hope that you're doing well too. It just stopped raining here. And so I'm just chilling. Probably go back out and do a little door dashing later. Because I go back to work tomorrow, my real job. First lady is speaking. Hey, Miss Bling all on the floor. That's not Miss Bling. That's First Lady. That's Miss Bling. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I saw Miss Bling. Oh, she said, there she go. I got you on the floor dancing, Miss Bling. She twirls. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes. I love that song. I understand this song. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. That is a beautiful song. And it's a beautiful thing to, speak of things on high. We coming here today, y'all. I know a lot of you've been keeping up with the Nolan Wells case out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Who is this? How have you been? I have a question for you. Wait, I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody texted me. I don't know this number. How much would a round trip from Starkville to Tupelo Sam's Club? Who is this texting me off the app, child? You better go on Lyft.com. I'm not finna. Who got my number? This is creepy. This is. Let me show y'all. See, I be wanting witnesses when it's stuff like this. I don't know if y'all can see my phone or not, but it says, hi. This is weird, y'all. Who is, you know what? I don't care who it is. I'm not fixing to respond to that because I don't know who this is, y'all. Put names with numbers, people I know. It's got to be somebody I gave a ride to, though. It's got, shoot. Miss Bling, I'm throw that phone on the bed. I ain't finna worry about that. I don't know. They better go through Lyft. I'm gonna turn my app off on when I. They probably can't get me on the app. That's what it is. First lady said delete it quickly. Oh, there you go. You right, cause it could be some junk, ain't it? You right. Thank you, honey. Delete it. Don't even open it. Oh, I know who this is. I didn't say her name. Lord have mercy. Lord, put me on the spot. Y'all see how I be just jumping to conclusions. This is a young lady. She's and she don't have nobody to kind of help her get around. So yeah, that's her. She gave me her number. I didn't save her name, but I clicked on it and I see all the text messages that me and her have done. Oh, bless her heart. I'm gonna call you in just a few. See, I be want to just drive people for free, but that's an hour away, so I do need to charge something. You know what I'm saying? In cases like that, I want an old handicap van or some a sprinter or something where you can load up and let roll. But good looking out, first lady. Thank you, cause that was good looking out. Cause sometimes things do, and you click on it, it'll yeah. So I apologize for the interruption, guys. Um, things happen. This live. So back to Nolan Wells. Okay, so the night of July 4th, 2026, the young man that you see on the screen here, he went to a remote island in Mississippi. And this is how I want to start this broadcast off too. And first of all, I don't own rights to any of this or whatever you say, that part. We're going to go to a couple of videos I have that I'm going to share. I may not share the entire video, but I'm going to share some things. First, what I want to do is just let you all see Horn Island, the remote area. This has nothing to do with Nolan's case, but I went back just to try to get a feel of the area. I've never been I don't go out in water like that, but anyway. So people have posted within the last few months different outings that they've had at Horn Lake. So I want to start off with that. I'm gonna show you these guys. They having a trip, and they just chilling. But I want you to just look at this place. Like it has nothing, literally nothing. And I don't even know why they allow people to go out there. No law, no no restroom, nothing. It's just there. I have the volume off, but we can just look at it. They taking a boat and they about to go. I can skip that part so we can get on land. It's very, very far. Okay. So here they go. This is the place where it happened, y'all. Just in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the water. Ain't nowhere in Hades. There's no way I would go out there for what? But as you can see, people like to go and do different things. They boat. I guess they party. You get drunk as you want to, whatever. But this is Horn Island. Nothing. Look like something back in time. So I don't understand. It's probably not for me to understand because to each his own. That's adventure to some people. That's danger to me. That's super danger. Look at that. Who in their right mind would go? Oh, y'all, do I have any daredevils in the chat? If you would do that, can you let me know in the chat, please? If you would go to Horn Island, would you go? Especially, all them different people. Somebody, no, buddy. I wonder what's under that sand. I mean, all kind of stuff. Well, anybody, First Lady, Miss Bling, who else in here? Would y'all go to Horn Island? I'm not interested. I am so not interested in no place like this. It's very. Look at that, Miss Blaine. That look like something Jesus never walked through. And we just don't have the strength and power as they did. That's okay. So that is the island. I just wanted us to see that first, give a feel of this place, and see if they got any more. Oh gosh, look at that. So it got little swamps and but this is probably fisherman's paradise, or whatever they say. But yeah, it's a bit much for me. In the middle of nowhere. As far as people travel, they do things, but this thing has nothing on it. I can see it. It ain't got no store. It ain't got no ice machine. It ain't got no cold drink machine. Nothing. It's just there. And adventurous people, they love stuff like this. See, he's got his tent. Ain't no way. Who finna sleep, sir? Who finna sleep right there? And that's culture, y'all. Believe it or not, and people can sweep it under the rug. They can tiptoe around it as much as they want to. I'm gonna say what I have to say because it is the truth. A lot of Caucasian people are brought up in this type culture. They go to water. They climb mountains. It's just something of their culture. It doesn't mean that people of different colors can't adopt the culture because they do it all the time. But what I'm saying is like this ain't no place. Yeah, got the tent, Miss Bling. He getting comfortable. And it's just their culture. Don't nothing. They don't fear nothing. Now, I don't do a whole lot of, like the commentary besides what's on news stations. But I do want to share this man right here. I think he's a YouTuber or something. And he's speaking on it. Um, as a white man, he's speaking on what goes on and why we shouldn't hang out with white people. So this is coming from a white man. I thought it was very interesting. I'll just share some of what he has to say.
So I'm not going to do my usual intro on this because I don't think it's appropriate. There was a fucking tragedy that happened at Horn Island. And it's sad. I hate to hear it. It bothers me. We don't know what happened yet. There's a lot of speculation going around, and there's a lot of fucking people that I have seen fantasy. And I want to address that right now. Tragic thing happened. Nolen Wells, 18 years old. From the pictures I've seen, it looks like a good, fun-loving kid. Looks like he was just trying to have the time of his life. Probably with some friends from high school, I'm assuming. Went out to Horn Island. And tragically, sadly, this man, this young kid, I don't know if 18, if you can really call him a man or not, but he was an adult, but 18, you still kind of kid to me. I'm 41.
What he say? No, he did. Did he say he 41? I don't think he said 41. Couldn't say 41.
This man, this young kid, I don't know if 18, if you can really call him a man or not, but he was an adult, but 18, you still kind of kid to me. I'm 41. But he went out on Horn Island, and unfortunately and tragically, he never made it home. And I am saddened because of this. Y'all, first off, I want to talk about safety. I don't care how many years of experience you've had going out there with your daddy on his boat. The islands are dangerous if you don't pay attention. There's wildlife on Horn Island. There's gators. There's, the currents out there are pretty bad. You got some pretty decent undertows. We's out mud riding out at Happy Lake. Marine Patrol or DMR or Coast Guard, whatever, to get somebody out of there to get them to the hospital. Safety takes on a whole different meaning on the water. And here's the other thing I am going to say about the kids that went out there with them. And some of y'all may get mad at me, and I don't give a shit. You call me, cuss me out, threaten to whoop my ass, whatever you want to do, I really don't care. But those kids, whoever was the captain of that vessel, whoever's boat that was that took everybody out there, has a duty of accountability to make sure that everybody gets back on that goddamn boat and goes right back with them back on land. If you don't have a head count, you have a problem. If your head count does not match what you come.
And see, he making a valid point. If people are not like paying attention, because I don't know if the boat driver broke the rule or whatever, but he's right. Like, you supposed to be accountable. Now, who was driving the boat? That's crazy. So I'm trying to get to the part where he was saying about how black kids need to stay away from white kids. As I should have just watched it before here, but let's see. Maybe I can skip around.
There's other things out there that'll hurt you. Nothing that's going to be immediate danger, but just use common sense. and a simple accounting of whoever's on your boat and sticking with who you came with, sticking with who you came with will absolutely make sure that at least somebody knows where everybody is. Horn Island's a big island. And this is a time to talk about what happened, what broke down, and how we can prevent this from ever.
Okay, he's still talking about the boat. I'll probably come back to him. Yeah, I'm gonna move right along because I got a lot of trying to cover in this broadcast. Thank you for hanging in here with me, Miss Blaine. Yeah, he's right. It's dangerous, and people don't think about this until it happens to somebody they know. And we've been talking about the dangers of waters for a while. A lot of people have been on this topic. Now the latest yeah, I don't even want to touch on that. Jamal Bryant from New Birth in Atlanta, attention seeking, done put out a prayer and he prayed at church on Sunday. And I'm like, it's enough going on in Atlanta, sir, for you to cover your own city. Okay, we got this over here in Mississippi. You stay across the lines, devil kid. So he's all jumping on the bandwagon, talking about Nolan Wells and the pulpit. This is not for church, sir. I mean, that's just my opinion. Again, nobody has to agree with me, but I think that's a little wonky to do that. Just like some of these YouTubers are using stories like this to try to clout chase. I think it's really wonky. That's why I don't really go off nothing but what the news tell us, because I'm not going to get into them conspiracy theories and people cropping pictures. And it's a very sad time in Mississippi. It's a sad time in the United States. This story has broke like all the news barriers. Everybody is talking about it. So instead of me trying to spin a narrative and decide and try what happened, what I want to do is just keep up with what the news is providing us. And anything beyond that, I discern it. But I do believe that there's gonna be truth that's gonna come out and justice for him. Because they okay, my thing is this: truth don't need support. Why would you get a lawyer if you have nothing to do with your friend's disappearance? Why would you need a lawyer? So that right there is what got me to looking at this thing. And then for that parent, that judge, for her to make that statement so soon, ma'am, you're trying to protect somebody. But it's okay. It's all going to be coming out. And she may even be going to jail. I don't know. But people are going to have to be responsible for what they're doing, or they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. I'm trying to change this color. And for her to put that statement out, it just really, really just bothered me. Like, and then we'll move right along. How one of his friends get on TMZ and just talk so loosely about it, like it's nothing. Like just and they found his body the next day, like it's just nothing. Now here's a video of one of the white boys that was there.
I just know I've lost my best friend.
This morning, a friend of Nolan Wells, who was with the 18-year-old the day he was last seen alive, is sharing what he says happened during a July 4th boat trip to an isolated barrier island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Trayston Shepard declined to speak with us on camera because he says he and his friends are getting threats.
We did no wrong here, and we don't understand how we're getting so much hate behind it. We all cared and loved Nolan, and nobody wanted to see Nolan die. Nobody wanted to see his life be taken so short.
Shepard addressed this viral video that
Okay, so that statement to me, now I'm just a woman sitting here at my desk in my bedroom. That to me means we didn't mean to kill him. We were just having fun. We were playing. Nobody wanted to see him die. I mean, what's really going on? What kind of statement is that? We all loved him. So that means to me, you are underlying saying that y'all did something, but everybody didn't mean for it to go that far. That's what I digest from that.
That investigators have been studying. Wells's parents worried it showed their son involved in a confrontation, but Shepard said that's him, not Wells.
That's the video I'm referring to. That's me yelling.
Shepard says he took a boat back from Horn Island in the late afternoon, but Wells stayed behind with a girl he had met.
They met that day, and it's kind of one of those things. It did come off that day that he really did like her, but that was the only time they've ever hung out was at Horn Island on July.
Come on now. Come on, friend, sir. No, no. The type of young man that Nolan has been introduced to us through his family, through the testimonies of friends, coaches, um, hearing how his mother and father are able to articulate and communicate, that I highly doubt that he stayed behind to talk to somebody he just met. And you said he came off that he really liked her. But this the only time Nolan doesn't look like a type of kid that would just, you know, fall weak to just give up. Oh, I'm staying here. It's what? I'm trying to understand this. They met that day and it's kind of one of those things. He did come off that day that he really did like her, but that was the only time they ever. So I'm thinking that they just made this girl up, y'all. I'm thinking that they may have made up this character, and she was the one that. I'm thinking that all of that is just part of this. I'm really seeing that that's not true, y'all. This young man with his promising future and probably got girls falling all over him ever since kindergarten. Why would he not? That's not, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I think he did get on that boat with y'all and go back. I don't think y'all left him. I don't think that. But let us continue.
July 4th.
Hit the like
Investigators
button.
believe Wells drowned and say there were no immediate signs of foul play. But there is growing frustration in the community, and his parents are skeptical, telling GMA Wells left his phone behind and they tracked it to one of his friends.
It was showing everywhere the phone had been. Like it had, I was like, well, it's showing that he's back on land.
The sheriff said the parents have not turned over the phone to investigators. Their lawyers said they will. While the investigation goes on, Trayston Shepard wants the focus on his friend.
I want everybody just to relax and let everybody mourn.
Excuse me? Excuse me, Trayston Shepherd. What do you mean you want everybody just to relax? You want us to try to sweep this under the rug and forget about what you and your boys allegedly has done to this boy? What is wrong with you, Trayston? I hope you be the first one that they take to jail. What kind of statements are these? This is some real cold hearted. Everybody relax. Why would you even be relaxed if you don't know what happened to your friend? Why are you relaxed, Trayston? If that's your friend and you're mourning his loss, what in the ham sandwich are you telling somebody to relax for? That's crazy.
The loss of Nolan and let us remember him as in like the sweet guy. I think everybody needs to let the investigation continue and let the facts be shown.
Shepard told us he has spoken to the police, and the sheriff's department said both he and other friends of Wells have been cooperative.
You know, it comes a time in life where, people have to trust God, but also rattle some cans. It makes some noise, if you know what I mean. You ever seen a kid they would tie like drink cold drink cans or something to the back of their bikes and they would make noise, just have it going crazy. And times like this makes me want to make silent noise, of course, but also like some out loud noises as well. See, statements like that young man just said, that is the kind of stuff that people will sweep cases like this under the rug. You know, why should we relax? You're not concerned about what happened to your friend? Why we have to relax? That's a giveaway right there. I hope Ben Crumpnum is on this. I'm sure he is. I hope uh, psychotherapists or whatever they are. I hope y'all zoning in on all of this. Not only that, but also the other interview that I'm about to get to from his so-called best friend. Let's see, where is it at? I wish I could have got to what that man was talking about, but I didn't see it. I don't want to talk about Jamal Bryant. His friend. That's the guy in Texas right there where the thing happened. Nolen would never hurt. Nobody would. Wow.
I just know I've lost my best friend.
This morning, a friend of Nolen Wells, who was with the 18-year-old the day he was last seen alive, is sharing what he says happened during a July 4th boat trip to an isolated barrier island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Trayston Shepard declined to speak with us on camera because he says he and his friends are getting threats.
We did no wrong here, and we don't understand how we're getting so much hate behind it. We all cared and loved Nolan, and nobody wanted to see Nolan die.
All right, you psychology majors. I hope y'all zoning in on all of this. This young man on this phone, these people are confessing without confessing. What do you want? Okay, Mississippi, Mississippi, Mississippi. Where is okay? I think the other video. That's not the one I was looking for. Maybe I didn't save it. This is his parents' interview. We'll take a look at some of that. I'm not going to go into that picture thing, that conspiracy, because they already debunked it. They said that that was a couple months ago or something at that pool party. So they debunked that. So we're not going to even talk about that. And as you see on the screen here, it kind of shows you like where Horn Island is. This right here, this area, that's the inland coast of Mississippi. You got Louisiana right over here, and then you got Alabama to the right. So it's out here in the Gulf of Mexico, like distant from land. And yeah, not for me. I'll say not for me. Let's see. We'll go to his parents for just a moment. Look at this.
To anybody else, and that's it. We just want answers.
Wells went missing on the afternoon of the holiday. His friends all came back alive. Wells did not. His body was discovered 2 days later. Authorities initially telling ABC News they suspected no foul play.
At this point, there's no information that would lead us to believe that a crime had been committed. Now, that's why we're still asking for information if anybody has any knowledge.
But Wells's parents, Christine and Elmore Wansley, want answers, speaking publicly for the first time to our Michael Strahan, addressing the questions and controversy swirling around his death.
We are doing this because at the end of the day, I would hope any any parent would fight for their kids to find out if anything happened, what did happen. We want a thorough investigation.
Investigators are now combing over video taken on Horn Island around the time Wells was last seen alive, including this clip from social media that has gone viral, the contents of which are unclear.
I don't know the origins of that video at this point, but yes, we are looking into it. That's been brought to our attention.
The mystery behind Nolen Wells' disappearance and death only grows as you dive deep and deeper into this story.
Barrier Island, about 8 miles.
So they're talking about they are looking into the video, but there's not been any update or reports about it. And videos and digital access things are pretty easy to, you know, whatever you got to do with it. You can trace back dates and times of recordings. You can get experts too. So all of that they saying, I don't want to hear that y'all are doing it. We want to see the reports of it. Like, what's the report when you know, research the video? Okay, somebody doing something or they lying one, because the one at the pool party, they debunked it saying that it was weeks ago. Ben Crump had it on his Instagram page like it was fresh. I don't know. But I do know that something happened to Nolan. Whether it's somebody stole his somebody's house, something went down. And like his family say, they just want to know the truth. That's it. You would want the same answers.
Dead after going out on a boat with three young white men. The history of Mississippi is something that they don't.
Wait, hold on. Who all was it just them on the boat? Wait a minute. Let's go back to the boat picture. No, it's in his. Wait a minute. I'm thinking, okay, my mind has shifted. I'm thinking that they talking about a whole big boat of people. So this is okay, that's the police boat. Where the boat? Show the picture with the boat. Mhm. Anyway, when they were sitting in that boat, the picture that everybody has been showing, that's what I'm looking for right there. You can't really tell. So it was just two or three people on the boat. I don't know why I was thinking it was like a bunch of people. Oh yeah, y'all didn't leave that. Y'all didn't leave him. No, that's how you get his phone. No.
Wells. That evening, investigators initially told ABC News that they suspected Wells had drowned, something his parents say was unlikely because they say Wells was a good swimmer. Nolan's parents quickly reached out to civil rights attorney Ben Crump and will be conducting an independent autopsy and investigation.
It is because the family has distrust of the Mississippi law enforcement officials giving them a fair investigation where their black son ended up dead after going out on a boat with three young white men. The history of Mississippi is something that they don't just read about in books, but it's a lived experience for many Black Americans.
And I can pause right there and jump in on that, and I can definitely agree with what Attorney Crump just said. If you are not really affected by things, you don't really understand it. That's just like I can watch somebody eat a hot pepper all day. I see what it does to them. I see it looks hot, they sweating, but until I put that hot pepper in my own mouth, that's when I can relate to it. So he just said a mouthful. I ain't never lived nowhere but the South. And it's very common for you to receive racial treatment in the South. Like a lot of us, we just learn to, I would say, ignore it more so. And then you have those that are super friendly that want to prove to you that they, oh, I like black people. Those kind as well. I was in line behind one today at the coffee shop picking up a DoorDash order. And I'm just chilling. She just wants to talk. And normally I vibe very well with people, but I could just tell from her energy that she was one of those people that just wanted to say, "Hey, I greeted a black lady today." Whoop to do. But all in love. Again, these things are learned behaviors, as well as some people are trained up in such ways. So that's why I don't agree with the fact that they saying that Nolan stayed behind to talk to some girl he just met. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. That's a sharp kid. That young man was talking about working and buying his own stuff and all that. You think he would be on an island and not know how he's going to get back? You don't do that, people. So I don't know why they won't just stop that the shenanigans.
Wells's mother recovered her son's phone from a friend who said the kids commonly leave their phones on the boat to avoid losing or damaging them in the water. Wells's parents say they are worried messages or data may have been deleted.
We went in his Snapchat. There was absolutely nothing. No saved videos. And even my sister was like, yeah, that's.
Okay. So hopefully Snapchat or some type of cloud, if somebody's working on that, I'm sure that should be easy to retrieve. Those things like these sites, everything is downloaded somewhere. I can delete a video all day, but I guarantee you that YouTube got it tucked back in some dingy, dark closet of a megabyte, hellabyte or something in storage. And that's just how it goes. So I've watched a lot of CSI detective shows and stuff. Matter of fact, I used to want to be a homicide detective. I think I shared that with y'all. I passed the police test, the physical test. I ran the 2 miles. I passed the written test, but my first husband and his family, his mom, they just didn't want me to do it because Birmingham was so dangerous at the time. But I wanted to just, work. You have to work the streets, I think 6 months, maybe. And then, I was wanting to go up for, because with my gift, I'm sure I could have made a big difference. But however, that was not the way that it ended up. So, and here we sit. This beautiful couple here has to lay their son to rest. And this kind of gives me some get my lick back, revengeful type energy behind it, as if like they want the country to see something on a different perspective. And I'm not going to say too much or expound on it, but they want us to like put our say, hey Yvette, they want us to put ourselves in another family who just recently had to bury their child out in Texas. It seemed almost like this is a kind of tit for tat, but I don't know exactly. But so that's that. But for the Snapchat to be totally wiped, yeah. I think you're probably the only one in here, Yvette. I think Miss Bling may have left. I've been on for almost an hour, but I'm just going through some news videos. I don't watch those other videos, Yvette, from other bloggers and people like that. I don't get into that because a lot of it is conspiracy. Like people, spinning narratives and stuff. And out of respect for this family, I don't want to do nothing but what they put out in the news because this is heartbreaking. And if you just sit back and watch, those boys are telling on themselves. They are telling that boy said he wish everybody would just relax and remember him as a good guy. Excuse me, sir. What do you mean we didn't do anything wrong? Everybody, oh my goodness. Enough with the little bratty, privileged comments. Y'all gonna get y'all doors kicked in anytime now. Because this is it's something real fishy and funky. And I know exactly what it is, just like everybody else probably know what it is. The only way it's going to be proven though is if these detectives, investigators, all these people just, don't let up. Like they just want people to sweep it on the rug. That's why everybody relax. And rest in peace to Kendrick Johnson, the man, the young man that was rolled up in a mat in Valdosta, Georgia. It been probably about 15 years ago now. Those same race of kids, them white kids, they got away with that. They not gonna get away with it, but they got there. You're gonna one of them going crazy. So I heard they're older now, but when you do stuff like that, if you know you've killed somebody, you accidentally did it. The worst thing you can do is try to cover it up. That's with anything. And I'm speaking to myself first. Like that's with anything, but especially something that's this serious. But see, when the Grim Reaper starts scratching at their windows at night, they gonna go crazy and go turn themselves in. It's gonna happen because you cannot tell me that Nolan stayed behind. I don't believe it. I believe he got back on the boat and something happened probably when they got back to wherever. How else would you have this man's phone? If he stayed on the island and he was talking to a girl, he probably had the phone in his hand to get a phone number. So what do you mean they leave the phones on the boat or something? Everybody out there was having their cell phones. And they done wiped his Snapchat account. That is wild.
That's suspicious.
At this time, we do not have the cell phone that they speak of, but it is, to my understanding, that we requested the cell phone for an extraction.
After our experts be able to examine the phone, we will let the
Word up. I agree with you. Look at Al Sharpton. Look at Al. Look at Al. I agree with you, Mr. Crump. Do what you gotta do, cause if them police get a hold of that phone, it ain't gonna go no further than that disk drawer. Whoever they stick it in there, the file cabinet. So yes, I agree. Make sure that y'all, cause see, these cell, cause they can retrieve this. You cannot tell me, especially if he had an iPhone or something, you can retrieve information from phones once it's deleted. Now, I don't know how in depth it has now, but I remember back in 2019, I had 18, 19, I had to file a harassment report against my one of my male coworkers because kept harassing me. And I got mad one day and I was just like, let me just delete all this mess out of my phone, the text message he was sending me. I said, because, me going back and reading this stuff is going to make me mad. So when I decided that I had to go to the next step to get the restraining order on him, I went to the police station. They told me to go to T-Mobile. That's who I was with at the time, and to ask for a something, whatever it was, and they were not allowed, they couldn't bring up the actual messages, but it saw that from his number it was just texting and calling me back to back to back to back to back. So delete all you want to. Hopefully being Crump, if he ain't forgot, got his people on this. Yeah, it's gonna tell it.
Mississippi investigators examine the phone.
When you put all of those facts together, it only raises more red flags, more suspicion that something happened here that we don't know the full answers to. The only question is that something criminal or completely accidental?
The mysterious circumstances surrounding Nolen's disappearance and death sparking outrage on social media.
Because one thing I know a teenager is not doing is staying somewhere without a phone.
All right, so I definitely agree with what she just said. We just talked about that. Nobody, I don't care if it's a teenager, I don't care if it's a senior citizen. My mom and dad, they keep their cell phones on them, you know?
The case became a racial flashpoint.
They left from Mississippi to Horn Island, and his 3 white friends are the only ones that returned to the mainland.
Because if I'm taking a friend out, especially if my friend is a person of color, their safety is not my responsibility. Oh my God, why are we making this about race? Because it is.
Ashley Cole, a Mississippi judge and the mother of one of Nolen's friends on the
I'm definitely finna get into this right here.
boat, took,
You know, let me just clear my throat because I'm gonna read. I'm gonna matter of fact, let me take a brief intermission and I'll be back because I've been on an hour. Where's my be right back thing at? Oh, I wanted to cover the whole thing. These little old things. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, there we go.
Yes, a little bit different. Whole lot of poetic sunflower shining my business. Nah, I keep minding. Been there and refused to go back. Smooth turned up like a Eldorado Cadillac. When you learn how to pray, wait, and activate peace over any kind of hate. Some of y'all know me from back in the day. Is a blue and gold. That's a 95, we getting old. Haha, let me stop and back, cause honey, this sauce straight like that. Hey, hey, if you wanna know, we all need to grow. No show, here we go. Peaceful flow to the beats, you, me, both. Unique summer July heat of my home state. Baby, life is great. Respect sure goes a long way. Be thankful each and every day. Repeat what I say. Respect sure goes a long way. Be thankful each and every day. Heads and hearts sometimes scatter bye-bye. Outside chatter, focus on what concerns thee. No, not what you used to be. Coming from a soul sent untold. Tales of self-help and hope. You're damn right. Hope the new dope. Time to cope with the demons riding Holy Ghost. Sliding down your street. Stomping, crazy devil beat. Hey, if you wanna know, we don't need to grow. No show, here we go. Peaceful flow to the beats, you, me, both. Unique summer July heat of my home state. Baby, life is great. Life sure is great. Sometimes you have to create and follow through. See me and Corey know what to do. Life and greatness, emotion. Stop the hate and be who you are. Shine, break the bar, mister. And this
All right, so then back from the intermission here. Let's see. Okay. So what we see on the screen here is the Facebook, I think, post that Ashley Cole, which is one of the friends on the boat, not friends, his frenemy that he was on the boat with, from my understanding that this is his mom. This is the one that she's a chancery clerk judge, meaning that she do child support cases and adoptions and things of such like that. She's not a criminal judge, but a judge is a judge, right? So, excuse me. Mm, okay. So she came out the next day, I think, maybe. Or was it the day they found his body? Or was it the day? I don't remember. I think it was the next day after they say he was missing. So she comes out and makes this statement. And what I gather from it, it's the same feel that I get from everybody else that who's been talking. She says, our family, along with the community, grieves the loss of Nolan Wells. Our thoughts and prayers are with Nolan's family. Okay. First of all, if you were so prayerful and grieving, why haven't y'all reached out to those people? Why didn't you guys go to their home? Y'all go look together. Why not? She says, our son, Warren, loved Nolan dearly. The same one who's telling us to relax and don't want us to find out what happened to his friend. Is that your son? Or that's the other boy? Hmm. 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 Unfortunately, I feel that it's appropriate for our family to dispel some rumors with facts based upon the social media attention that is being diverted away from the Wells family and their loss. You know, if there was one word that could describe what she just said, fake, phony, baloney would probably be like the base word of it. And then I would probably have some very strong words. So, the mind of the mind manipulator, the narcissistic demon and spirit that's in Ashley, is telling us stop trying to figure out what happened to him and just go ahead and grieve him. So, they're lost. That's exactly what it is. It's their loss. So, they want to understand what happened to their son. She goes on and say, now, a person who is a true friend and that person's parent, if your friend was missing, you would have had on all your social media, please help us. Y'all, do y'all seen this, that? But instead, here she go. Yes, I deactivated my Facebook. Why? Why? Truth don't need no support. If y'all don't know what happened or didn't do nothing to Nolan, why you lawyered up? You don't get a lawyer unless you're trying to defend something. Given the very heightened emotional state Girl, if I could put my hands around your neck right now. I'm tired of y'all telling us we need to calm down. I'm tired of y'all saying this. That boy said we need to relax. Here she go talking about the heightened emotional state. BITCH. It's not emotional. It's justice. It's tired of y'all BS is what it is, baby girl. It's not no heightened emotional. You don't know the half of emotions. You privileged person think you can come on line and say your little fancy chat GPT statements and think that this is and then gonna throw God in it. Oh God. Our prayers. I don't know what she praying to. And here go the manipulation narcissistic part, y'all. What about me? What about me? What about me? You are only focusing, honey, on getting the heat off your son and them boys. You is a devil, Ashley. You going to hell. Y'all gonna bust hell open. If y'all don't tell what happened to Nolan, y'all gonna girl, you gonna walk out in front of a bus. Your neck gonna be upside a pole. Something tragic is gonna happen. You can't just throw. And here she go. Look, I fear for the safety. She feared for the safety of her child and children. She said, "My husband and I have 6 children, and we covet their private." Girl, let me finish reading this. We do not believe it is appropriate for our minor children's photographs to be circulated throughout the internet, presenting potential threats to their safety. Your children put themselves. What are you talking about? I don't care who you graduated high school with. If this ain't, I'm gonna tell y'all, narcissism 101. People that don't have empathy and low down evil, dirty spirits, this is how they respond to things. They they respond to things that will comfort them and protect them. They don't give a flying flip about nobody else's feelings. They don't care what happened or how it happened. All they want to prove is I didn't make it happen. So if you so much love Nolan, your social media pages would be up saying, our friend, prayers for him or whatever. But instead, y'all go delete it. Make it make sense. You could have made it private where nobody could probably click on that. Why would you delete it? She said deactivate. Oh, so that means you didn't delete. Honey, I doubt if she got anything on hers. It's that cell phone, that Snapchat that's going to prove everything. She graduated high school with Nolan's mom. She said they from the same community. I have the utmost respect for her and all of the Wells family. We mourn the loss of Nolan with them. Our prayers have been and will continue to be with them. My husband and I were not at Horn Island at any point on 4th of July. Again, you are trying to make sure what's the people say, CYA, cover your ass. You trying to cover your ass. CYA. You are, ooh, wow. I can't see what the bottom of it said, but I'm sure I can probably pull it up somewhere else. Okay, here it is. Let me take this off real quick. My husband and I were not, okay, I read that. No one in our family is trying in any way to impede with the investigation by law enforcement or to otherwise hamper the family and law enforcement's quest for answers. See, they cut it out. Warren was interviewed, she said. She said her son was interviewed by law enforcement. Oh, when I tell you, If Mississippi don't straighten up this stuff, I don't know. I know I'm not gonna be fought. I ain't going to hell with nobody. No state, no man, no nothing, no child. I'm not. I'm not finna. But now come on now. Y'all listen. These people are crazy. I have never in my life witnessed so much crazy stuff. This is stone crazy. You're telling people to calm down. You're telling people that we're praying for him. We've been praying for him. But I wasn't there now. Make sure you get it clear. I wasn't there. That's what they're saying. Let me go to this statement from the friend. I got it muted right now. I'm trying to get to what this boy said that just ticks me off every time I read this stuff because it's crazy. It is crazy. You can't just sit here and make up words and expect for people to understand or believe what you're talking about. What that boy statement is. Maybe on the other video. Because it was in writing as well. So you can't do that. You you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just type something and you can't just I only go by the news event. I don't go by what these bloggers and all those people, YouTube people be talking about. I just go by what the news report cuz one thing I don't want to get involved with, this is serious. These people have lost their son. They grieving. I'm not trying to spin no narratives. I'm just going by what the news put out. Because other people have been trying to speculate. They've already debunked that photo that everybody's talking about. That the pool party, that was from 3 weeks ago or something, they said. So I don't get into all that other stuff. Cause I don't want to be wrong. That's disrespectful to his family. I'm saying anything that the news report, but all that other stuff these folks talking about, I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in that because it's too much. This is evil. When I say this is evil, y'all. Now here's the other friend talking about we did no wrong. What you are doing wrong by not saying, oh wow. Girl, this got my blood heated. Now the other friend Tracy done stepped up and talking about that's him in the video yelling that was not Nolan. So it's like they all getting a story together. But this is the part right here. His friend said that Nolan had met him and Katie had met that day, and it was kind of one of those things. He did come off that day that he really did like her, but that was the only time they had ever hung out was at Horn Island on July the 4th. Nolan would not be the type of guy that would miss his boat ride to stay with a girl. I'm sorry. Y'all can say that. They can just go ball it up in a piece of paper and burn it up because that's not true. I don't believe that. Give this person a lie detective test. He probably will vomit mid test and couldn't say another word because it's a lie. And you know it's a lie. And here go old Turtlehead jumping on the bandwagon down in Atlanta as if Georgia ain't got enough crime for him to focus on, just trying to get attention. Old Ninja Turtle, Jamal Brown.
And justice for Nolen Wells. He is a teenager who died over the past 4th of July weekend in Mississippi. 11 Alive's race, culture, and religion reporter Danielle Nottingham has the latest this morning.
Lord, this is 2026. And still nobody has been arrested.
Pastor Dr. Jamal Bryant led New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in prayer Sunday in support of the Wells family, demanding answers for their son Nolen.
It's causing quite a bit of stir and alarm within the African American community.
Sir, with all the murders in Atlanta, with all the crime, with all the women coming up dead, get your nose out of Mississippi. We don't need your help with this. And then being Crump gonna go to the church. See, all of that to me, I be side eyeing being Crump. I really do. Because to me, you're emotionally detached. You can't be 100% with all these hardcore cases and be genuine. You just left Senatobia, Mississippi, ain't been but 2, 3 weeks ago, up there pumping up the baby, the Cohen, Wiley. Now you down here with these folks, and you and this character that, ooh, who, what kind of glass is like an old stop sign glass?
Because the overriding question is, will there be justice?
Bryant says it's troubling that federal authorities have remained mostly quiet on the case.
All the friends are white. Okay. He's the only black person on the trip. And as a consequence, he's the only person who died. The parents used a tracker on the phone to find the phone at one of the friends' home. None of the families have called Nolen's family. And so everybody is seeing 50 Shades of Gray and wants some clarity.
The family's attorney, Ben Crump, delivered a virtual update on the case. The family commissioned an independent.
Okay, so he didn't show up. He was. I mean, look at this. You know what? Y'all done turned God's house into a swap meet. This to me is not genuine. Jamal, if you that concerned, why won't you and your church go down to those people church in Mississippi and fellowship with them? Or better yet, get in one of your expensive cars and you drive from Georgia to Ocean Springs. And then I might listen to what you're talking about. You probably charge them to come for you to go see them. You'll charge a grieving family. What does God's house, what does church, these people coming, I guess they coming to be entertained. Because if you coming for a word of God when you go to church, or if you coming for your soul salvation, or if you're coming because you want to be delivered from something, this is no kind of way to carry on services. Y'all supposed to do that at the community outreach meeting or something. Use the fellowship hall after service and discuss this. Ain't the church got a library? To me, it is so disrespectful, so disrespectful. And for Crump to get, you know what? These people, y'all are funny to me. You're funny.
Case. The family commissioned an independent autopsy on Nolen's body while they wait for the official autopsy.
He was a superb athlete. He was in tip-top shape. His family is not accepting this suggestion that it was just an accidental drowning.
Bryant says there are way too many black parents, even here in metro Atlanta, who have to bury their children.
You've got to be mindful that we're within 45 days of the case around Carmelo Anthony in Texas. And so the overarching question is, do Black lives even matter? Is this?
You know what? I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. You ain't worried about Black Lives Matter. You ain't worried about nobody's life but yours. Because anytime you can stand before a congregation of people in the name of the Lord and do the mess that you do, Jamal Bryant, sir, don't. I can't. Nope. Not gonna listen to it. That's wrong. It's wrong. Wrong. Y'all use that dress that your wife had. You use anything. You had to comment about Drewski. Just want attention. You're not gonna get it from me. I just wanted to show the buffoonery and the shenanigans that's going along with this case. God's house is nowhere to talk about no type of nothing. You could have said we're in prayer for the family as everybody else all across the United States, but for you to get yourself on TV and then to put Crump up on the big screen, ooh, y'all ratchet. Y'all are ratchet. Y'all ratchet and tacky at how y'all moving. Yeah. I never did watch this. I'm gonna skip through some of it. Miss Patty had told me about this Ricky Smiley video, how Ricky was talking about how it's affecting him. Hi, Miss Betty. And so we'll peep at that for just a moment. and see what Rick got to say.
I'm at the hotel. I'm in Tampa, Florida right now. And there, as old people would say, it was an elevator full of white people. And normally I'd just jump my ass on that elevator. I wouldn't. I got on there and my nerves got real bad. And then I saw this black lady. They said, it's like, ma'am, you want to come on? And I gave her that look like, and she got on the elevator, right? So nobody was talking on the elevator. It was white people. It was like me and this black lady on the elevator. And all the white people got off the elevator. And the minute that door closed, me and that black lady looked at each other, started laughing. She said, I can't stand you. I said, yeah. She said, I had to help a brother out. I said, I sure appreciate you, sis. I said, thank you for getting on that elevator. Cause I don't know, man, that has affected me. And then I was just at the airport today, and I saw young men that looked like those boys that was with the young man that got killed. And it just affected me. Like I felt a certain way on the inside. I don't know if it was anger or something. Or I can't describe how I felt, but I know what I felt.
You know what? Hi, Miss Betty. Welcome in. And I really can dig what he's talking about. So, was it yesterday? No, it was Sunday. No. It was Tuesday. What's today? Wednesday. They found his body Monday, right? Okay. I think it was Tuesday, yesterday. No. What is today? My days are running together. Today is Tuesday. Did they find anybody on the 6th? On the 6th, I think. Okay, yeah. So it was one day, a couple days after, and I was picking up an order. Where was I? I can't remember. It may have been Taco Bell. I was picking up a DoorDash order, and I saw a group of young men. I saw it was 3 white boys and 1 black boy. And I feel like Ricky. It's just something that just it's something in the air, like, my heart was just like, I hope he be okay, that. And it's not good. Like, it's definitely something evil and dark, but it's reality. And it's almost like things that have been covered up, like the light is shining so bright now that a lot of these examples are going to be pushed out to let people know that, people are not making this stuff up. People are really behaving and treating people differently because of color. And it's been like that since they brought us over here. But now it's like this type of stuff, and just even with the Carmelo and Austin, it's like with the two races, it's not a black and a Hispanic kid, or it's not a white kid or and a Cuban kid. It's just like it's got people kind of like in a funk, I would say. And I get what Ricky is saying. I could definitely, and this is my first time watching this, I can definitely connect with what you're saying.
Me and that black lady made some eye contact that was unbelievable. Like, get your ass on this elevator with me. And her eye contact was, I'm finna get my ass on that elevator with you. Cause apparently she must have been a listener of the morning show, cause I need your ass on the radio in the morning. So to God be the it's anger and grief. Yeah, I saw them young men, and they look like them young men on that damn picture with all them sitting on that boat. And I got real angry and stuff, and I didn't feel comfortable around them. Then the airport was crowded, and they was getting too close to my kids, and I started getting mad. I can't describe what I was, what that's called, what I had when it come to dealing with that. I just didn't want them close to my kids. And it made me start feeling a certain way. Now I don't want to get on the elevator unless I'm represented properly. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm real angry about it. I'm real angry. I've been angry since I was a kid. This stuff ain't just started happening. It's been happening. I had a white boy named Jeffrey Frederick in the fourth grade. He said, "Not only are you a nigger," he said, "your dad is a dead." My dad died when I was 6. My fifth grade teacher, one of my fifth grade teachers, I was kept back. Mr. Tommy Evans, I'll never forget him. Man, when I tell you I whooped that boy ass, I whooped that boy ass from one end of the hall. I'm talking about when I grabbed that hair.
Okay, so Ricky Smiley is reflecting back for a time in elementary school when a white kid called him a nigger and said his dad was a dead nigger. And he said he beat him all down the hallway and stuff. Now, I don't condone violence and I definitely, wouldn't, recommend beating somebody up. But I do commend him for at least letting that kid know how wrong that word is. And he must have heard it from home or something, or I don't know, just anywhere. But the thing that gets me is that how we ourselves call each other's niggas, but it's not the GGER. I think ours is more like NIGGA, which is still, I really don't like that term, but sometimes, in like certain cultures, like that's my nigga right there, that. But we need to ourselves, I think, kind of like practice on stop saying it, especially in these songs and stuff. I don't like it in these songs and but again, to each his own. But if change is going to come, then little things that have to start happening first. Then first, definitely we have to work on the way we communicate things. We keep putting pressure on them people's necks down there in Mississippi, down in they gonna something's gonna happen. This case is not gonna be swept under the rug. I don't think it is. No, you got some heavy hitters getting involved on this, some big dogs as far as people with power and money. And if they got their antennas up, yeah.
Man, I was giving him unbelievable shots to the face with my fist, and he went and spilled a bunch of blood in the water fountain in Duff School. And I remember Mr. Evans not breaking up, but he was telling all the other students to get back. Like he was more concerned about them being in line. Mr. Evans had heard what he said, but I think what Mr. Evans was doing, God rest his soul, was giving me enough time to whip that boy's ass. And I'm talking about, I whipped his ass. And I don't know whatever happened to Jeffrey Frederick. I'll never forget his name. I don't know whatever happened to him, but I bet he didn't call nobody else a nigger after that. Probably not another day in his life, because I whooped his ass. And then Mr. Evans took me around to the office. I was going to North Roebuck Elementary School and told the principal. And Mr. Evans said,
Okay, Ricky, we don't want to hear about your elementaries. We want to hear more about what you think about
that was it. But I know that man was taking up for me. And I know
okay.
Mr. Evans had ADHD back then. I had ADHD. I
Okay, so
couldn't
you just talking
help.
about yourself.
All right, man. Thank y'all. Yeah. Hey, Kim. Me too.
Everybody stay, but Ricky, yeah, he didn't go into detail much. Let's see, maybe he don't fell out.
I left her ass in there sleep. I got up and went back to class. And then she's standing at the end of the hall, talking about some. Why did you leave my office?
Now he's talking about some jokes. So he really didn't zone in a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. Ain't no other. Let me check before I get off of here. Let's see if it's any updates since I've been on here. That was 5 days ago, 6 days ago, 21 hours ago. I looked at that one. Oh, here's something about 9 hours ago from the sheriff. They're not doing nothing but saying the same thing over and over. But I'm gonna see what they say. 2 hours ago. Let's see. So I don't get into all these bloggers information because people be spinning narratives, and I don't like that because I'm trying to respect this family as much as I can and anybody involved in it. Okay, so let me go back up to the most recent one. I probably can filter it for recent. Yeah, I can. Today. 2 hours ago. There's something else. Okay, so I think this is the latest from the actual news. WLOX.
Been a week since Nolen Wells' body was found on Horn Island. As the country sits and waits for the investigations to conclude, many questions are still left to be answered. Today, I spoke with Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter on where the investigation stands. Speculation continues as to what happened to 18-year-old Nolen Wells over Independence Day weekend. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter met with WLOX to give what updates he could. However, considering
this investigation is active, it's ongoing,
he wasn't able to confirm much. Ledbetter did confirm that interviews have been conducted with witnesses, and the department has been in contact with other departments and agencies, including the FBI. The investigation has benefited from information brought by the community.
This recent week, we've got a lot of valuable information that has come from the public. We put out a call to action last week for that information, and it has been very productive for us.
Many are preparing for the return of Wells' autopsy. However, toxicology testing is conducted by outside laboratories, and the analysis and review process can take several weeks. A spokesperson for the Mississippi Department of Public Safety states every case is unique and deserves a thorough review. Therefore, cases cannot all be handled the same way or in the same timeline. While theories circle social media, those who are close to Nolen are still waiting for closure, as one friend spoke in an ABC interview.
I think everybody needs to let the investigation continue and let the facts be shown. And if the fact shows that somebody harmed Nolen, I hope that there is justice brought. And if it was a tragic accident, somebody didn't speak up, I still hope justice is brought. The facts.
Hold up.
Harm Nolen, I hope that there is justice brought. And if it was a tragic.
Yeah, those who are close to Nolen are still waiting for closure, as one friend spoke in an ABC interview.
I think everybody needs to let the investigation continue and let the facts be shown. And if the fact shows that somebody harmed Nolen, I hope that there is justice brought. And if it was a tragic accident and somebody didn't speak up, I still hope justice is brought. The facts is the only thing that's going to overturn that. So that's what I'm just waiting patiently to see.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. Again, y'all incriminating yourself. Basically, what I'm hearing is that y'all done got rid of all this evidence so smooth, you're not going to find any facts. That's what I hear you saying, Tristan. That's what I hear. Not no. I don't know. You're not. That ain't what you really mean. What you just said. You speaking with confidence and knowing that is this the judge's son or whatever. See, somebody done put the word in that it's gonna this y'all good. No, you're not good because the just judge, the Lord God Almighty Himself, will deal with y'all if you had anything to do with Nolan's demise. I just don't believe that he told y'all he didn't want to. He didn't. I don't believe that. That young man seems to be responsible. He got back on that boat with y'all. Y'all didn't leave Nolen. I don't think you left him on the island. Something happened. Something happened. But whatever it was, you're not smarter than the one who sits high. And he knows. And it's gonna be revealed sooner than later.
Before I think anything else, I just know I've lost my best friend.
You lost, to each his own. Everybody grieves differently. Everybody lies differently too, but those lies are very obvious. So it is storming outside now. So that's my cue to go ahead and end this broadcast. I want to thank you all for coming through today. For those of you who wrote this thing out with me, you have a blessed rest of your day, and everybody be safe.